Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. It's Julie Saillant. Thank you so much for being here. I am your intuitive healer for your life and business. And I was kind of toying with doing something for you guys. You know, I always do the 11s because I love you guys so much. I love you so much, like Rich Lux says. If you don't know who he is, he's a cosmetic guy. But anyways, and it was getting late and I was like, I gotta go outside and meditate. And all of a sudden the heavens opened up and I was like, what? So I can't go outside. So it is late, but I wanted to get this out to you because it's, you guys always show me so much love and I just love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. Because it does, it takes a lot to do these, but I'm happy to help because I know what it's like when you're seriously struggling to find, what the hell do I do with these gifts that I have, but you don't even think of them as gifts. So thank you all for being here. If it's your first time here, welcome to the family, right? We're all like ones. This is for Master Life Path 11. We are basically master numbers 11, 22, 33s. We've been reincarnated more than the other folks. We've been around the block. We have big missions. We are intense but incredible people, and we have a lot of quirks, I guess. But you know what? We love to help. We have good hearts, and we, along with all the other life path numbers, have our attributes and stuff we have to work on. So if it's your first time here, I only go by life path numbers. If you don't know what that is, it's basically your birthday. You take a numerical number for your day, your month, and the year that you're born. So if it's October, it's the 10th month, and you add up 1 plus 0 equals 1. If you're on the 25th day, you add up 2 plus 5 is 7. And if you were born in 1983, which I wasn't, it's 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 3. I think that's 21. And then those three numbers you add up, and you bring that down to the lowest possible number. For 11s, okay, we are the illuminators. I'm going to read, as always, just a little bit about who we are, our attributes, and what we struggle with, just in case you're new here. And what I've done also is I've already called in my team. I'm good to go. I have protection. We are in a great place. And I've got some cards here, right? These new cards that I'm really liking because they show your past. And then we've got inquiry cards, which are a couple questions to get you moving in the right direction. And then I've also got some activation cards. Of course, my animals, because I am an animal communicator. That's my horse Zeus. And, I do a lot of other things, right? I help people reconnect with their hearts and really find their purpose and their mission on earth and figure out how to get there and do this, because you can know what your gifts are, but using them and learning how to use them is a whole other ball game. And then learning what your mission is a whole other thing too, right? I do have some oracle cards that wanted to come through, which want to talk to us. And then I've got my animal cards as well. So I will channel in for your ancestors. Let's see what they have to say. But first, I really would like to let's just start off with opening our hearts, because I love doing this with you guys. It settles me, it calms you guys. But more for me, because I'm always giving you so much information. I want to be a clear channel for you. So what I'd like you to do is we're just going to take a deep breath in. And as we do so, just think about your heart. And I really just want you to think about opening your heart as big as you can, right? I like to open my heart like as big as my body, and then as big as my room, and as big as my house, and then as big, like all the way up to stratosphere. That's what I really like. I want you to do that. So let's do that now. Take a deep breath and think about your heart, opening your heart. Deep breath in, opening your heart, and then out. Another deep breath in and out. And as you may or may not know, I have been getting downloads from Spirit, God, for a long time. I'm going to say God because that's what I call him. You can call him Spirit. You can call on Lord Shiva. You can call on the Archangels. You can call on your high, whatever works for you. He has given me many, many books because I am a channeler. And when I go outside and I close my eyes, I ask for help for my clients, and also help for myself and for humanity. And I go to other realms. I talk to archangels. I talk to other beings in 9th and 12th dimensions. And, they help me a lot, and they give me light to bring back to earth, because the earth needs light really bad. And you all are probably, if you're master number 11, you are probably also star seeds. You could be Palladian. You are definitely empathic. You are definitely someone who sees and feels deeply. Whether you acknowledge these or push this to the side, it is a gift. I went for many years thinking it was a curse because I didn't understand it. And it would just make me mad because I'd get frustrated, and then I'd have to shut down because nobody understood me, but I was being myself. But I have since learned that I wanted to embrace it. And I got through that fear. And I have to say, this is why I do what I do. I want you to do that too, because your gifts are gifts from God, from spirit, whoever, whatever you believe in. And they'll never go away. You have free will. You can decide not to work with your gifts. But if you do, know that, you know, you'll miss a lot of opportunities to help others, right? And that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. We're supposed to be here for that. I don't know if everybody got the memo, but I mean, we did, but I don't know if everybody else did. But let me read a little bit, because I always want to give some information to you from spirit, and it's timeless. And this is what he wanted to say. He said, tell them about their choices. Tell them about me. Tell them about the heart rules all in every realm, not just this one. And they showed me, because they took me places and showed me other realms where there was no sickness, no disease. And the people said to me, we have long ago understood that all of our actions mattered, and we have chosen love above all else. Joy follows, and all is well. And I was like, wow, thank you. And they said, tell them this: your choices matter. Be at peace. You can and are so loved. And I thought about that, and I was like, you know what? I don't think a lot of people on our planet are at peace. I really don't believe that. Very few. Think about yourself. Are you at peace? Like, really at peace? And if not, do you know people that are at peace? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to know, like, how many people you think are at peace, because I don't know many. I don't. And if they are, we're all working on it, but we're far from it. Like, that's a whole nother lesson for another day, but I just wanted to like put that out there. But it's important. They said, tell them this: your choices matter. Be at peace. You can and are so loved. Fear keeps you isolated and feeling alone, another illusion that is just not true. And they were asking me to lead on a global meditation, which I think I'm going to do. Centering and opening your heart, blessing of your space, connecting with all that is. And it said, this is a huge doorway to serve for me, but for you too. You and I, this is a time for us to show our talents to others, right? To flow, right? And help each other learn that power resides inside each and every one of us. Power is yours for the taking. It's all a choice. And I get letters and emails from you guys all the time. Sorry, this is like my throat. See, this is what happens. I was fine before I got on camera. This is what happens. So hold on a second. I have to ask my team to help me. Tonka, please be here with me now. Romeo, please be here with me now. I just am asking my guides to come through and protect me even more than my archangels as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, what happens is, and you need to know this, when you go out and start talking to people, whether it's on camera or whatever, see what just happened? Now I'm better. When you have something to say from the light, others from the dark side don't want you to, right? Decepticons, like it's a real thing. And you will get, like, your throat will clog up, your heart will clog up, you'll feel funny. I mean, we have retrograde right now. We have 4 freaking planets in retrograde, guys. Can I just say, what the fuck? Dude, 4 planets in retrograde. Do you know that most of my life I never even believed in retrograde? I was like, that's bullshit. Guess what? It's not. The moon, who I love, so, so much and talk to all the time. You guys should consider talking to the moon because he needs more friends. It's for me, it's a dude, super loving, as I've talked about before to you guys. But anyways, um, we've got 4 planets in retrograde. And as I was going to say, the moon, you know, changes and holds the tides, right? It's water, right? We are made up mostly of water, right? So think about the moon and its effect on us. When it's a full moon, people go nuts. Or people like me get very happy and calm because everything just is amped up so much. Um, but with 1 planet in retrograde, that's bad enough. For 4 planets in retrograde, I mean, they go backwards. It's just, it's an opportune time, it's an opportunity, yes, but it also makes you, I did a video on this and go check it out just the other day, but it was on like all this weird stuff that's happening. Like I sweat, I'll start sweating for no reason. I like feel anxious. I got up very anxious. I think I broke my toe yesterday. I was like, what the hell? Like just a lot of weird stuff, a lot of weird feelings that I don't normally get. And yes, you take authority and claim that stuff, right? Um, claim it. You know, I've got to do a video on manifesting for you guys. If you want me to do a video on manifesting, I got to write this down. I will. Ask me to, and I will. Manifesting for all signs, because claiming is part of it. But anyways, I do get emails from you guys, and I love getting your emails. I love getting your comments. Thank you so much for reaching out and telling me that the videos are helping you. I really appreciate it. And I love talking with you. And a lot of you are saying that you're like, I didn't realize these were gifts. I thought this was a curse. I thought that my whole life too. And then it was just because I was afraid. But once you embrace it, you just have to understand that you're always remembering who you were, right? Most of you are shamans. Most of you are probably medicine people. Most of you are healers. A lot of you are probably star seeds. If you're an 11, this is who you are. This is not what you do. This is who you are. I'm a healer. I'm a communicator. I'm a seer. I'm a channeler. This is what I am. It's not something that's like, it's not a job that you can take on, take off. Like I don't put it up at 5 o'clock and then I'm just Julie again. You know what I mean? Like it's always on. So if it's always on, maybe you should think about using it and understanding that, yeah, it's a gift, right? Learn to work with it, right? Life path 11s, you know, we are the ones that are illuminated, but I'm bringing up that people are messaging me, and I'll tell you why. Because they're saying to me that they're having a difficult time, really working with their gifts, and that they are around other people, and then all of a sudden they have to take a whole day or two or more than that to just get rid of their energy. So when we go to parties or we're around anybody, we pick up their information, right? We pick up their energy, whether it's good or bad. Now, I can teach you protection. If you want if you want to learn protection, book a personal with me. Um, everything's down in the description box. You can do a personal for, a one time. You can work with me for a month. You can work with me for 3 or 6 months. If you need an animal reading, there's that as well. But, it's important that you understand this, and you don't when you're just beginning to work with your energy. But what you need to know is that you're picking everything up, but your job is to channel it, okay? Or let it pass through you like water. Just go, don't hold it, okay? So a lot of you are doing is you're going to a party or you're with friends or whatever, you're not even thinking. And then all of a sudden you're getting all this like weird stuff. And then you're like, oh shit, this feels like gross. And you get home and then it starts to sink in. So if they have really bad energy and they're tired and they're frustrated and they're upset and they're envious and all that stuff, have that in your field. And what's worse is now you're vibrating that out into the world as yours. It's not your stuff. You're carrying somebody else's stuff. So what you need to do is you need to protect yourself at all times. Stay grounded at all times. You need to clear your room quite a bit. You need to clear your house once in a while, but you need to sage yourself. There's different things you can do. I've got crystals around just because I love them and they help me and they protect me. But you need to actively protect yourself. And then you need to learn that once you have protection in place, I can still feel your stuff, but only if I want to. And if I do take it, I don't keep it. I feel it to help you, and then I let it go. So just try to remember that you always need to, it's in and out, in and out. You're just letting it go. Because the more you hold on to it in your field, it just starts to build up in you, and then you feel everything, and that's not your stuff. You don't even want that. You should only carry your own stuff anyways. So just wanted to let you know about that, because a lot of people have been asking me about that. So I just wanted to put that out there. So as far as we go, we're the illuminators, right? We're the most empathic of all of the people here, all the life path numbers. Our sole purpose is to bring love, balance, and harmony into the world. That's what we do. We are great healers, writers, light workers, speakers. We're optimistic, we're creative, we're channeling to the subconscious, to unconscious. We love helping people and animals. But we could have a lot of anxiety and shyness because of who we are, stress. Being balanced can be challenging for us. We walk the edge between self-destruction and greatness. I love that. That's a tattoo for somebody, man, really. Our shadows lie in that we doubt ourselves and we resist the call of our soul. We are constantly pressured, so you may have racked nerves and tensions in high conflict situations. You may become hypersensitive and end up being temperamental. If you have no strategy or plan, you may end up being more of a dreamer instead of a doer. Has anybody been there? Because I have. You may end up being very impractical as fantasy and reality become mixed up in your head. You want to spread your knowledge even though people may not be ready to receive it. You have a direct connection with idealistic and spiritual issues. Your potential may be quite difficult to live up to. We have very high expectations for ourselves and others. Inner strength, we excel in fields that require motivating others. That's what we do. Regardless of what you choose, you are likely to have a high sense of your task and environment since your intuition is finely tuned in. We are psychics, occult studies. We have master number 11, expression numbers with a keen mind, always going, amazing powers of analysis. And so we can succeed at anything. But some very important things that we just said there are, you're constantly pressured. So you may have racked nerves and tensions. We're constantly pressured because we feel everything. We feel our own stuff in different situations, but we also feel other people's stuff too. So that's why I was saying you have to make sure that you can remember to really work on building yourself up, grounding yourself, protecting yourself. It's imperative that you do this. It can't be a I'll do it later type of thing. Well, I mean, it can be, but if you're taking a day or two or longer to get rid of negative stuff from an interaction with somebody, it's not good. That's too much time for you to recover. You shouldn't have to do that. You know what I mean? It's just like anything. The more you use it, the more you practice, the better off you get. It's just like anything else, just like going to the gym. But what I did want you to know, the shadow side is that we can become a dreamer instead of a doer. And that's because for us, a lot of us started dreaming to escape, right? Because we weren't accepted as who we were. And, some of us still to this day are not accepted. There are still places where I tell people I'm an animal communicator and they go, really? And I'm like, yep. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yep. And it's like, I don't have to convince you. And I won't convince you because I don't have to do that anymore. I know what I can do. But when you're younger and people made fun of you, yeah, we just shut down. At least I did, right? So, you just get tired of it. But trust me when I tell you that everything you have is a gift. And it's just your job here on planet Earth, which your soul agreed to come here at this time, just to make sure that, what? Yeah, you're here and it's time to help other people. And by helping people and helping yourself, you'll be such a happy person. You really will be. I have, like I said, the cards. I've got your past, I've got your inquiry cards, I've got your activation cards. The oracle cards that I wanted to, let me just call on your ancestors right now for who's ever listening. Let's see if we can get some messages. So I just would like to invite anybody who is listening right now, their ancestors, to come through. This is a general reading for the collective. If it resonates with you, wonderful. If it doesn't, I hope the next one does. So just tell me what you've got for them. If you've got any messages for them. Okay, so I'm seeing they're showing me a lot of injuries. I just, like I said, I think I broke my toe yesterday. Um, wow. Wow. Somebody's got some strong answers here because I'm getting this full. This is what I get like this wonky. I get a lot of energy. They're showing me someone with a broken back. Um, they're showing somebody who's got a really messed up finger. I mean, these are very specific. This is what I asked for, though. Like I have a messed up finger too, but they're saying it's of the mind as well. Lost your way. You've lost your way. Okay, so they're showing me two different things. They're showing me some of you who have physical ailments. They're showing me somebody with like a broken back. They're showing me somebody like that with a broken finger. And then they're also showing me others of you that are fine on the outside, but you are mentally not right. You're very tired. You're very drained. You're very unhappy with the way things are happening in your life. You're at a place where you're both at a place where you need help. You don't understand how to move forward correctly. And you so badly want to get it right. You're afraid to make a mistake. This is where all the people pleasing comes in. This is where all the I just want to be accepted for myself comes through. Your self-love is at 0 and you feel completely alone. You don't feel as though anybody gives a shit about what you feel. You so even if they're saying to me, the angels and ancestors are saying to me, it doesn't matter if it's physical or emotional, it's still a break, right? All breaks can be fixed, however, but they need the proper process. They're saying proper process. Again, they're showing me like a plant or a cake. Like you have to do things in a certain way, right? So they're saying that some of you are searching for a way, and that's a good thing. They're saying that a lot of you need help, to ask for help. They would like to be very involved within your process, the ancestors. They would like to help you. They're saying to remind you again that they cannot interfere unless you ask them for help, which is true. As I've said, if you've got all your ancestors here, and if you don't ask for help, they can't assist you. They can't do it. Archangels, same thing. Um, they're showing me a great many of you that are completely fed up with your life. It's kind of like if I was to look at your life right now, you're sitting here saying, I've had it. I don't like my job. I hate my job. I hate where I live. I hate what I do. I have no money. I don't like the way I look. I'm too big, too fat, too much poundage, whatever. I don't dress the way I want to dress. I don't drive the car I want to drive. I don't do what I want to do. I'm trying to make everyone else happy. And I'm realizing why. Why am I doing this? I'm not happy. So everyone around me is happy except for me. And I'm dying over here and nobody's listening to me. Plus, I'm never seen, which really pisses me off. I know how that goes. I feel like I can't express myself. There's quite a few of you that have this, your throat chakra and your heart chakra. Like you feel like you can't even speak. That's how clogged you are. You're just like this. You're just like holding yourself together, afraid to take a deep breath, afraid to move forward. Your fears are so strong. They're off the charts because you don't know how to be any other way. They're saying. So you've done this for so long and lived your life for so long for somebody else, whether it's a spouse, whether it's parents, whether it's whatever it is, that you now don't know how to get out of it. And also now you're just stuck. You feel stuck. You're not stuck though. You're never stuck. The thing is, as I've mentioned before, and I learned this, fear is an illusion. I know it can feel real, and it does feel real, but it's an illusion. You can get yourself out of wherever you are at any second. As soon as the game, as you walk away and say it's over, the game stops. So right now, you could literally say, I'm not going back to work tomorrow. I hate my job. I'm going to find a new one that I like or go into business for myself like I've always wanted to. I hate where I live. It's too cold. I'm going to move to the beach. I don't care. I just don't care anymore. And you could do it. I had one of those moments. I lived in the cold my whole life. I hated it. I'm a warm weather person. I love the beach. I hate the cold. I can't get warm. I hate it. And after my parents passed away, my sister was in a warmer climate, and I woke up and I was like, I hate my job. I hate where I live. I don't really have any friends. I hate it here. I have to leave. I don't like my car. I don't like the clothes I wear. I don't like the way I look. Nothing, nothing. I'm changing my life. And in 1 month, I had moved, started doing this, and I was off. Started losing weight, get in shape, changed my life. So you may have to get to that point too. But if you don't, that's okay. But what they would like, your ancestors would like, would be to connect to your heart and listen to what your heart has to say. It's more than just connecting in. They want you to actually listen. Let me see what the oracle cards say. The fairies say earth magic. It shows, if you're hearing me and you can't see this on video, it says fairies, earth magic. This is the earth magic cards actually by Stephen D. Farmer. These are beautiful cards. It's basically like a fairy, and she's got her wings and she's on like a plant, like a blossom with her face up to the sky. The earth has magic for you. This is why I always say get grounded, but you have to access it. There are many magical creatures for you to discover. I've discovered quite a few of them. And you can also, you can also speak to animals as well. Birds, dragonflies, they all love humans. Full moon completion. You may have to wrap something up first before you can start something new. So you may not be able to just pick up stakes and leave, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. And what I say is make a plan. Music and harmony. I can't go a day without music. Bring things into your field that you love. If you love to dance, I love to put my headphones on and start dancing around because you know what? It breaks up the energy. Any negative energy is just gone. Do things, have things that make you happy. If it's crystals, if it's flowers, whatever it is. And then the meadow, vulnerability. You know what, guys? It's okay to be vulnerable. You know, we're all here helping each other. That's what it's about. All right, let me get to your past Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Okay, so for your past, this is what you need to drop or learn as a lesson. You got share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. And it's showing this girl, this beautiful girl, and she's looking out from a cave and then out into from the cave, it's dark in the cave and then it's light where she's looking out to. Share your voice. What did I say, right? When I first started this, everything you do matters, because everything that you do that is helping of someone else will help the next person as well. So it's the win-win-win for everyone, like I say. So if I shine my light and I help you, and then you shine your light and help someone else, that's the way it's supposed to be, right? And then we all help Mother Earth, but you have to come out of your cave. And so many of us are dreamers instead of doers. And the reason why is because we're very comfortable up in the realms. We're very comfortable in our heads, because in our world, we make our own world in our head, right? Because we were never accepted in this world. But you have to understand that you still live in this world, in this 3D world. You're still here as a human, right? So don't get so caught up in living in your head, because if you do that, you'll never do anything in this reality. And then you're going to have to come back again and learn the same damn thing over again. And that's going to suck, right? So come out of the cave. It will feel like persecution at first. It will. But then it can turn into expression, self expression of who you are. Because as I say, I can't do this by myself, collective. I need your help. You got to help me out, right? Break the chain. Here we go. Ancestral patterns. Yep. Healing, remembering the future. Break the chain. So as I think I've said in some other videos, you specifically, you are carrying all of your DNA for your whole line, everything good, bad, and the ugly, and in between. You have been chosen, if you choose to accept it, as the one that can break the chain of the bad crap that's happened in your family line. You can break it. I can break that stuff for you. It's not me, but God does it. My helpers do it. My guides do it. Not all the time. We've done that for people. But what you need to know is that there are things that they've done that will affect you in this lifetime. That can have happened 200 years ago. Okay. So in other words, in my line, somebody took a vow of poverty. I'm terrible with money. I was terrible with money. I'm much better now, but I was terrible for my whole life. Now my sister is fine. My parents were fine. But for me, not so much, right? The vow affected me a lot, because I was like, why am I so bad at this? Why? Then I found out why. It pertained to me specifically because of the stuff that happened in my lineage, right? Because I'm the most spiritual one, and I'm the one that's most like my ancestors, right? Who had special abilities back in the day. So any vows that they took that could be bad, poverty, that's a bad one. You can't receive and give money. That's a big deal. Until that was broken for me and I changed the way that I thought about money. I'm still working on it, but I'm better, but I'm still working on it. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a game changer. It really is. And then it says deep replenishment. What did I say? Retreat, rest, be held. Right? Be good to yourself, you guys. You guys are not so good to yourselves. Treat yourselves well. Start talking highly of yourselves. The inquiry cards are the questions to work on, right? And what you need to know moving forward. And you have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? We've had this one before. This is the 2 doors, and the doors are very dark, but they're opening. And then through the doors, it's a beautiful landscape full of trees and beauty and light. And well, I look at this card a little differently than other people do. And it says, what are you hanging on to? I think about what old you are you hanging on to? In other words, what are you telling yourself that you can't do anymore, right? Not smart enough, not good enough, not connected enough. I should have done this, I should have done that. Not helpful. Ooh, priestess. How are we being called up to lead? What? Wait, how are you being called to step up and lead? Priestess. Whoa. Powerful. Every one of you right now that's watching this, you're being called. You know that, right? You're being called to step up and lead and help me. You are. Please, please, please don't wait as long as I did, please. And don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Duh, I can't make this up. Again, I did that for years. Don't do that. It really sucks. It sucks. It's not fun. And for your activation, these are who you are at a soul level, pillar of light. Your vibration is strong. You are the oracle. These are hard to see, but you guys have so much strength and power and you don't even know. You haven't even tapped into it yet. You haven't even started. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Every time that you step out into who you are, you bring the new age closer to us and you're helping everybody. And protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Okay. I know how to call in my power from all my past lives and all my future lives in this life too. And you need to learn how to do that. If you want me to do that, if you want to learn, book some time with me or let me know if you guys want me to do a class on it. Because calling your power too is one of the strongest things you can learn. And I don't hear people talk about it hardly at all. I mean, people talk about protection, but they don't even give that the full benefit of the doubt. Like they don't do it the way I do it. I do it a little more in depth. But claiming and calling your power is huge. When you get to a point where you can call in all your power from all your past lives, all those lessons are yours now, in right now as I'm talking to you, and then your future too. You're a force to be reckoned with. I'm telling you right now, it's a big deal. Let's see what the animals had to say. Nightingale spirit. Oh, I love my nightingale. She's got a little crown on her head. Love is all around you. You're never alone. I know you feel alone all the time because I do too, but you're not alone. You're not. Rhino spirit, you are tough and you can overcome any obstacle. The only person that can stop you is you. And dove spirit, be at peace. Be gentle with yourself, you guys. You have a lot of gifts, a lot of talents. There's a lot of things you can do, but you have to realize that you have those talents, and then you have to start treating them as the gifts that they are, not like crap that you want to get rid of. And if you have free will and you don't want to do it, then hey, that's cool. But if you thought that, you probably would not be listening to me because I don't really subscribe to that because I did that. I tried that. But why not be powerful? Like, why be weak? You were given these gifts for a reason. It's kind of your job to figure that out, right? All right, guys, I hope this helped you. I love you guys, 11s. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear back from you guys. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Thanks.